Now at 6, Tyson announces it's closing the doors on its Knoll, Missouri plant for good. We're going to look at the potential impact on the community. Plus, a shooting in McCune, Kansas takes the life of the grandson of the suspected shooter. And the city of Neosho sees hope grow as an area ministry receives a very helpful donation.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
Tyson Foods announces it's closing its chicken processing plant in Knoll, Missouri. This is KOAM News at 6. I'm Dow Quick. KOAM's Anthony Saviello joins us live in the studio with the story.
Dow, thanks. Knoll, Missouri is a popular spot for those looking to float on the Elk River or spend some time in nature with their family. However, while business is always good in the summer, the key economic factor to many local businesses' success throughout the rest of the year is closing its doors. This morning, Tyson Foods announced the closure of 4 facilities, including the plant located in Knoll. According to community members, they have been informed that the plant in Knoll is expected to close on or around October 20th. In a statement by Tyson Foods CEO Donnie King, the decision to close these facilities, quote, demonstrates our commitment to bold action and operational excellence as we drive performance, including lower cost and improving capacity utilization. While Tyson feels though this decision is best for its company, community members in Knoll feel strongly that this decision will bring more hardship than what the community can handle.
What I hate seeing, besides that, is the people that's got 30 plus years in, some of them spent their whole lives over there. Where do you go after you're 30 years in one plant? You know, after that, it's gonna hurt them too, because they got families and stuff that they got to take care of. It's going to hurt.
We also received a statement from McDonald County Chamber of Commerce stating in part, these are times when pulling together as a community and a county has never been more important. We'll talk with local city officials tomorrow as the development and action to see what they plan to take. Dow?
All right. Thank you, Anthony. Welcome break from the intense heat. Let's check in with Chief Meteorologist Doug Heddy.
Yeah, it's turned out to be a beautiful Monday for us today. Highs mainly mid to upper 80s to near 90 degrees and a fantastic evening. Carthage 83, it's 86 in Miami. Pittsburgh sitting at 81. A little bit warmer once you get into our western counties, but overall it looks pretty good as we go through the rest of the evening. All right, we do have a few little cumulus clouds out there. Besides that, we're tracking a band of thunderstorms moving into northwestern Kansas. Most of those are going to stay to our south, but could clip the area a little bit later on tonight. All right, we're going to slide back through the 80s, 70s into the mid 60s for overnight lows. Pretty quiet. You can see us dropping back through the 70s. I'm going to stop at 2 a.m. You can see a few scattered showers in our western counties, but look where most of this rain tracks into our southern counties. Now, we have better chances for thunderstorms tomorrow night. We're going to talk about that here in a bit.
See you soon. 4 girls are recovering today from a lightning strike in Kansas. Happened on Saturday around 10:45 a.m. in Mays County, just south of Salina. Authorities said the girls were in the water at Blue Hole Park when the lightning struck them. All 4 girls were taken to the hospital. A man is in jail accused in the shooting death of his own grandson today at this McCune, Kansas home. Before 1 this morning, a 911 caller contacted the Crawford County Sheriff's Office to say her grandfather had just shot her brother. When deputies arrived at the home on 5th Street in McCune, they found 28-year-old Ian Fox of Lexington, Kentucky, unresponsive with a gunshot wound. They tried life-saving measures, but they say the victim did not survive. They arrested 70-year-old John Fox of McCune at the scene. Authorities say the victim was visiting from out of town when the shooting occurred. They say they're still trying to determine a motive for that shooting. A Galena, Kansas man faces theft charges. The suspect is 39-year-old Jason Kennedy. Just before 2 a.m., Cherokee County Sheriff's deputies responded to reports of trespassing at a farm outside of Baxter Springs. When authorities arrived, they discovered Kennedy's truck and trailer loaded with stolen property. Authorities have charged Kennedy with theft, criminal trespass, and interference with law enforcement. The Neosho Police Department wants to warn residents about a new scam. Some people in Neosho have reported that a person posing as a technician for DirecTV has asked to enter their homes. The person claims to be there to help lower the homeowner's bill, but asks for a fee up front. DirecTV has confirmed this is a scam. You should not fall for it. Customers, beware. The Hope Kitchen in Neosho gets a hefty helping hand today. Arvest Bank donated a $5,000 great big old check to the Hope Kitchen Community Ministry. The bank seeks to provide funding to those who are actively working to create a positive change for others. The donation helps the ministry with their goals of providing food and caring for the community.
The goal here at Hope Kitchen is to rescue those who are hurting, those who are lonely, those who are confused, those who feel like they're at their lowest point and they just don't know what to do. So they come in here, we try to offer them some hope through a meal.
That $5,000 check is going to help pay for interior and exterior paint. Coming up, Kansas health officials get ready for the school season with an annual school-based health conference. Plus, a number of districts have moved to a 4-day school week. We're going to look at one of those in Missouri. Health officials in the Sunflower State turn their focus to vulnerable children and adolescent populations ahead of the school year. Community Health Center of Southeast Kansas hosts its annual school-based health conference. The conference gives Southeast Kansas health staff an opportunity to connect with fellow school-based healthcare professionals and advocates across the state that focus on vulnerable children and adolescents. Community Healthcare of SEK brings healthcare directly to schools across Southeast Kansas and Oklahoma, and SBHC clinics in Montgomery, Allen, Cherokee, Crawford, and Ottawa counties. As kids head back to school this year, a growing number will return to a 4-day school week. Bradley Blackburn explains why some larger school districts are taking this step and what it means for teachers, students, and families.
When the school bell rings in Independence, Missouri this year, 14,000 students are trying something new, a 4-day week with Mondays off.
We're adding 35 minutes onto the day, so the instructional minutes will be almost exactly the same.
Superintendent Dale Hurl and his staff have spent months planning for this calendar change. His district is the largest in the state to move to a 4-day schedule. They'll offer 5th-day child care to families for $30 a day.
If they weren't using any care, well, certainly that could be a potential cost that they otherwise would not have.
Nearly 900 school districts across 26 states now use a 4-day schedule. That's up from 650 districts in 2020. While smaller rural districts have long favored the schedule, larger districts are now shortening their school week to recruit and retain teachers.
The number of teacher applications that we've received have gone up more than 4-fold.
Right now, there's not good evidence on the academic impacts of the 4-day school week.
Aaron Pallas with Teachers College Columbia University is watching the trend and argues there are better ways to tackle a teacher shortage.
The best way is to pay them better. And Missouri as a state ranks basically last or next to last in the country in terms of teacher salaries.
In Independence, some parents have had concerns.
It's a little bit of a shock.
But Hurl says it's a step they needed to take.
I think this really needs to lead to a bigger discussion nationwide about, what are we going to do to support the teaching profession?
A conversation more districts are facing as students head back to school. Bradley Blackburn, CBS News, New York.
Now, most of the Missouri schools that have moved to a 4-day week are in the northeast part of the state. About 25 Kansas districts also have 4-day school weeks. A little bit later, the Webb City Cardinals dust off their pads and helmets in preparation for football season.
Plus, our temperatures are going to start to warm back up just a bit, and we also have some thunderstorm chances. We're going to look at that coming up. Well, it definitely turned out to be a nice one for us today. Temperatures fantastic. Highs mainly into the mid to upper 80s during the afternoon. We are going to start to creep back up just a little bit, but great evening. Clear skies. Nice shot. Indigo Sky Casino and Resort just outside of Seneca, Missouri. But look at these temps. A little bit cooler on the Missouri side. 83 in Carthage, Cassville. Pittsburgh sitting at 81. Veneta a little bit warmer, 88, but it's kind of a dry heat. And then near 90 once you get into our far western counties. Let's go outside. Here's 7th. Here's Rangeline, 84. Visibility is good. North winds at about 10 miles per hour. Throughout the evening, slide back through the 80s, 70s, eventually into the mid 60s for overnight lows. But we look great. Just a few cumulus clouds kind of floating through the region. Here's a cluster of thunderstorms moving into northwestern Kansas. Now, most of these are going to track southeast and mainly affect Oklahoma, but could clip our southern counties a little bit later on tonight. And we are going to have a few little waves kind of rotating around this area of high pressure over the next couple days, giving us chances for showers and thunderstorms. Pretty low for us tonight, but you can see tomorrow night they start to shoot up. So here's 6 a.m. Wednesday, 6 p.m. on Wednesday. So we do have those chances as we go through the next few days. Let's step through time. Watch those thunderstorms later on tonight. Mainly just southwest of the region near Tulsa, but a couple random showers on the Kansas side and also our Oklahoma counties late tonight into tomorrow morning. Here's 6:30 in the morning, a lot of clouds, but most of us dry. This kind of skirts on by. We warm into lower 80s by the noon hour. Once we get into the afternoon, a little bit warmer, still not bad. 89 in Stockton, 88 in Miami, 90 in Parsons. Tomorrow night, showers and thunderstorms erupt again. Here's 3:30 in the morning, scattered thunderstorms getting going. Some of these could be strong. We may even have a few low-grade severe storms. Here's 5 a.m. Wednesday. Let's go to 7 a.m. on Wednesday. We'll have scattered thunderstorms through the morning, and then we'll start to get a little bit of a break as we get into the afternoon. But we have a cold front sliding through. So here's 5 p.m. Wednesday, especially along and south of the I-44 corridor. Those are going to be the areas that have the best chances for strong, possibly severe thunderstorms once again as we get into Wednesday afternoon. Severe threat overall, it's low. It's a level 2 out of 5. And if we look at our 2 periods, again, 3 a.m., this is Tuesday night into Wednesday morning until 9 a.m., 4 p.m. until 8 p.m. Wednesday afternoon. I'm going to keep all the threats pretty low at this point in time. We could use the rain. We know that. It's going to be very scattered. We're going to have to see where those heavier bands set up. A lot of us could pick up quarter, half an inch, maybe upwards to an inch with those chances for showers and thunderstorms over the next couple days. All right, 91 tomorrow, 92 on Wednesday. Not bad temperatures. They do start to creep back up. 93 Thursday, 97 on Friday with some hit and miss storms. We hang out mid to upper 90s through the weekend, and then those 3 digits appear again next week.
It's only 1 digit too many. What a difference 80s feels from triple digits, huh?
I mean, well, the humidity is lower too, which is great.
Oh, that's part of it.
Yeah.
Okay, and it's too brief. Thanks, Doug. The Neosho Arts Council is accepting applications for its annual competition and exhibition. The 28th annual Thomas Hart Benton Art Competition and Exhibition gives area artists the opportunity to compete in a professional environment while honoring Neosho's native son, famed regionalist painter Thomas Hart Benton. More than a dozen prizes are up for grabs. That includes a $500 for Best of Show. Registration ends on August 22nd. You might want to check it out. This is a great time of year. John Dale's here now. Football season is starting up in the 4 states.
Yeah, that's right. Practices start for high schools in Missouri. We'll give you a look at this year's Webb City team. And hear from 2 of Pitt State's 2023 team captains. Those stories and more coming up next. When the clock hit midnight this morning, Missouri high school football teams officially, they became allowed to hold practices. Here at KOAM, we're going to give you a profile of one of our area schools every day as the season draws nearer. We begin with one of the most consistent programs year in and year out. That'd be Webb City. Cardinals coming off a 6-4 season and a loss to Republic in the first round of last year's state tournament. And they have a new head coach. Ryan McFarland takes over after 26 years of John Roderick. And Coach McFarland says this year's group of seniors have made the transition easy.
Our seniors have been amazing this year. And we've got 34 seniors, and it probably started, the day they announced I got hired and I got to have a meeting with them, and we kind of sat there and talked about, expectations that we're going to have and what they want. And they've met those expectations. They've held their underclassmen accountable, and it's been a great summer.
We stayed active by holding each other accountable, having team meetings together, not with just coaches, but picking everybody up, from round and round. Right now we just have helmets on, we're working on technique. It's very, very important to get the fundamentals down before you can just fly around.
Meanwhile, college football season getting closer and closer as well. As the high schoolers begin their first practices in the state of Missouri, so were college football players at MSSU. Now, the Lions excited to begin practicing this morning, and they say the season opener that's on the 31st, well, it actually feels pretty close.
I wrote it on my calendar the other day, and I looked at it, and I was like, a lot closer than I thought. It really is. It's only like 20-something days away, so it's really close, and I'm really excited for it.
This is what we love to do. You know, don't get me wrong. We understand that you got to lift weights, you got to have all-season conditioning, but at our core, you know, we love to play football. We like to throw the ball around. We like to tackle each other. I mean, all these things are, you know, why we play the game. Well, it definitely, there's some familiarity with the guys that are carrying over from last year, but there's also a bunch of new guys, and some of the guys have gotten better, some of the guys have enhanced their skills, they're different. So every team is different. You get to know them in the first 15, and we'll get to doing that.
And of course, Pitt State also in action this morning. The Gorillas defending MIAA champs, hoping to repeat the success they had last year. That all starts with veteran leadership on the field and in the locker room, and PSU took a big step in establishing those leaders today by electing their 7 captains.
Can't say enough. I mean, there's so many great things, so many great qualities. First and foremost, just these guys as young men, who they are every single day, who they are through adversity, who they are when they have success. You know, they come, they lead our football team. They model what it's supposed to look like, you know, on and off the field, and I'm so proud of them.
It's pretty exciting, you know, going on to year 6, and we got big things ahead of the team, and hopefully me and the other captains can help lead them to where we want to go this year. Yeah, we were busy every single day, getting work in the morning, and then going to work all day and coming back at night, getting some OTAs in, just us players working on some stuff, so been getting that work.
We're going to have more on both Pitt State and Missouri Southern, like I mentioned, those high school teams in the area. Pretty fun, though, with football season starting up. You have Pitt State in the area, perennial powerhouse. You also have Missouri Southern, who's in the process of building back up to where they want to be.
They're looking better and better under Atiba Bradley. And, of course, those high school teams, including Webb City, a lot of those are powerhouses as well.
Exactly.
It's nice that as they begin practice for this new season, the weather is at least cooperating with them for now.
It felt great out there. 70 degrees felt like 40 this morning.
I'm sure it did. We'll be right back. Here's a look at what's coming up on KOAM News at 9 on Fox 14. PETA says it has evidence of alleged mistreatment of dogs at a breeder in Uniontown, Kansas. Plus, the Joplin City Council discusses renaming bridges after the killed and injured during a shooting last year, and how schools all across the country are taking steps to keep students safe heading into this brand new school year. Those stories and a lot more, of course, it's coming up tonight on KOAM News at 9 on Fox 14. If you haven't yet gotten out to enjoy this relatively mild weather, I hope you get a chance this evening. It's nice out there.
Yeah, it's going to be a great evening. Of course, the evening daylight hours starting to shrink up a bit as we head through August, but temperatures, they look pretty good the next couple days. Highs near 90, some scattered thunderstorms late tonight, and then again as we head into Wednesday, and then those temps creeping back up late this week.
Because, of course, they do. It's August. Final sports notes.
As fall sports begin, we kind of close the book on some of the sports of the summer. Baseball wrapping up. Webb City Little League and Pittsburgh Little League, they both bow out of the regional tournament they were in, but great seasons for sure.
Yes, indeed. See you at 10. Let's make it a great evening.